Is it a warm welcome back or a cold welcome back to Mo Hotel Adventures YouTube channel? And I am actually here this afternoon to tell you about tyres. We get asked all the time, constantly, Joff, your tyres on your motorhome. And yes, I'm a stickler for actually having winter tyres and my summer tyres, but mine are actually, now then, this is the big question. People keep asking, what about the in between? There is now a new all-season tyre, CrossClimate, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm going to throw a picture up on the screen now of the summer tyres versus the winter tyres scenario. This is looking at the difference between basically the summer tyre and the winter tyre. Basically, from the top, we're going to look down through, and the summer tyre, the compound is going to be hardening up in cold weather. So in the summer, the compound becomes very sticky. You know, like racing cars on racetracks, they have tyre warmers to make the tyres really stick to the track. And so the next thing down is obviously the tread design for traction and dry conditions on the summer tyre. They have these little like vents for the water outlets called sipes, and they offer great traction on wet roads. So obviously the water can displace out of them sipes so much quicker as opposed to the winter tyres. So the compound remains flexible in cold weather. From the top, look, we're looking back down through these this information, and the tread is actually designed for better traction in ice, slush, snow, and the sipes on these are very much like smaller and giving the edge of the tyre a real biting chance for more traction. And also in these winter tyres there will be places for studs to be fitted if you're in really extreme conditions. So if you've never come across these sipes before on tyres, keep an eye out for them and watch what sort of tyres have the sipes and what they're like. Obviously the sipes, these small grooves that are cut across the large tread elements up to a point. More sipes give you more traction in the snow or mud. As often the case, there are compromises. There's always a compromise. Winter tyres and the mud and snow tyres may have thousands of sipes, give good traction, but they may feel a little bit more squirmy on a warm, dry road. So that's where there are the compromises on these types of tyres. Back to the winter style tyres, they work best below 7 degrees, and as opposed to the summer tyre, works better over 7 degrees as the temperature increases. So I was looking at actually some statistics of temperatures, and I'm going to throw them up on the screen now as we speak, and you can see the temperatures are a lot warmer obviously in the UK, and if we put like a line up for like 7 degrees, you can see how long the temperatures are above 7 degrees in the UK, the average UK temperature. And also on the other side of that is the total like monthly rainfall for the last kind of like 10 years, and obviously we are getting a lot more like rainy conditions and stuff like that. So not so much the colder climes where you would need if you are going to the Scandinavian regions, if you're going in mountainous areas in the winter for ski trips example, you will probably be more beneficial to have a set of winter tyres, and then you can obviously go for the option of even adding the chains or the snow socks to even them tyres to make them more traction. So you may have already spotted some of these symbols they're putting on the sidewalls of tyres now, and this one here I'm going to show on the screen is the 3 Peaks mountain snowflake symbol. Tyres marked with this symbol are the ones to guarantee real winter performance and being specifically designed for snow use and having fulfilled all the requirements through objective testing. So this is the symbol you need to look out for on the sidewall of a good winter snow tyre, and they are actually getting marked up on the CrossClimate tyres. The next symbol you need to maybe look out for, but only if you're particularly going to Scandinavian countries, is the ice grip symbol. So this ice grip symbol, braking distance on ice can be drastically reduced because of the compound of the tyre. As a unique point of the contact with the road, the tyre is essentially keep your safety on icy roads encountered in Nordic countries, Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, Finland, for example. And for instance, this is why the performance on ice is now recognised by this new ice grip pictogram. So watch out for this symbol as well, highlighting the shorter braking distance of such tyres on icy surfaces. So this is definitely one for the Nordic countries. This next picture is a perfect example of a CrossClimate tyre. So the symbol's on the top, the CrossClimate symbol up the top there with the yellow and the blue. So it's great for both conditions. And so obviously we've got the snow 3-peak symbol up there as well, and we've got the M&S for good in mud and snow. And the last symbol is obviously it's compatible with electric vehicles as well. So there's a perfect example of a beautiful camper CrossClimate tyre. So with this kind of tyre as well, so like with me, with my option of going for that changeover, you can leave these basically all year round on your camper van and you'll be good to go in most conditions. And also if you were going into more treacherous conditions, you can still add the snow socks, add the chains, whatever you want to do. And just recently, with the weather conditions we've been having in the UK, you would be pretty kitted up. There's been lots of instances recently. This is what sort of actually prompted me to make this video, because there's so many people out there, a little bit of a skitter of snow, and they're just spinning and just wondering why the hell they're not driving and other cars are going right past them. So with this type of tyre, this CrossClimate tyre, you are going to be much quicker than anybody else going up them hills. Not that I'm saying go speeding, but anyway, so the next little picture I'm going to put up on screen is a picture of when you buy tyres these days, they will come with a specific label attached to them. So obviously if you're going into the tyre shop, and they will be fitting your tyres, but you can ask for the label, and then you can literally see what your tyre is good for, whether it's good for, it all comes down to the better the tyre. If you're going for a Michelin, a Goodyear, I'm not going to get into brands, but so over some of the cheaper brands, they will be a lot more fuel efficient. As you can see in this picture, the fuel efficiency on the left hand side with the fuel pump is a B fuel efficient. So on the other side, the efficiency in rain is on a B as well. So it's making it a nice kind of all-round styly. Also on the bottom there, it's showing that it is rated is quite a low noise rated tyre. So another thing to take into consideration is the noise coming off the tyres that you're fitting, and this one obviously is rated as an A because of the decibel noise output of that tyre. And also the 3 peaks symbol there at the bottom, so you know you're getting that all year round performance from your tyre. So another great lot of information on one small sticker that's on your tyre. So watch out for these things. And a lot of European in fact, I'm going to say when you go to European countries, they insist on using CrossClimate tyres, winter tyres. If you get caught, if you get caught and you get stuck on a hill and you haven't got the right tyres on your vehicle, they are probably, the fine you're going to probably get in euros is going to outweigh the cost of a really, really good set of Michelin CrossClimate tyres. So it's another thing to bear in mind. The other great thing with CrossClimate tyres is the fact that you do not have to worry like I do. So when you get to maybe March, April, when the temperatures start increasing, the weather starts getting better, to then keep changing your tyres over. So it's another little, in fact, yeah, great little bit of information to consider when you're buying your tyres. But give us some feedback on this, guys. What tyres are you using? Are you using CrossClimate tyres? Are you using, like I do, the winter tyres? One thing that I do it that way for is the protection of the aluminium wheel. So obviously my good Agilis Michelin tyres for summer use, and all the way, they're rated for like mud and snow, admittedly, and so they're not a bad like tyre. They're pretty good quality tyres, very good quality tyres, probably the best tyres, Michelin and Agilis. But then, so they're on the aluminium wheels. So in the winter time, when I'm using my full winter tires, the BF Goodrich KO2s, I make kind of like that, whatever you're using, they are on my steel wheels. So then I'm not sort of so worried about the condition of the wheels getting corroded or like that, because they the salt and stuff can gradually, if you get like a little hole, it may start rusting a little bit, but it can always be like rubbed and painted over and regenerated that way. But so that's one of the reasons I like to change the wheels. But obviously, if you're not used to jacking up vehicles and all the wheels over there, quite big heavy wheels, and it can be an extra work. If you're just looking for a tyre to leave on your rim all year round, check out some CrossClimate tyres. But especially if you're considering going across, and even the people that are going south to Spain, if you get caught in the early parts of December, November, people are kind of like, what's the weather conditions? You have not got to worry about that, because you're going to be just like sailing on down and they keep the roads open pretty well. But if you just don't want to be in that sticky situation where you get that absolute blanket of snow across the road and you're not going anywhere. So I hope you've found this video informative, and maybe it's answered a few questions that I get asked many a time, and so that's why the main reason I wanted to put this video out there. So try and keep people informed, and maybe guys, you've got some more information from me. What do I need to know about CrossClimate tyres? I'm willing to learn even more if you possibly can. So I'm going to leave the video there. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you found it informative, and give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment. Bye for now.